You were not sworn to uphold and defend the incessant, increasingly grotesque lies of an administration which has usurped the highest office in this nation only to disgrace it. You are not sworn to uphold and defend the personal dictatorship of men who have repeatedly declared themselves above the law and have left the Constitution that you have been sworn to uphold and defend in shreds and rags and tatters. In fact, under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, every military man and woman is obligated by law to refuse to obey unlawful orders, no matter by whom they are given, up to and including the Commander-in-Chief, this war president, this decider. This administration, by endorsing and ordering such un-American, ungodly, and unconscionable practices as systematic torture and the waging of unprovoked aggressive war, among many, many other crimes too numerous here to mention, has effectively made mutiny a soldier's duty. And I don't say this lightly, and certainly not gladly, or just to score a partisan point. This country is signatory to and in honor bound to observe treaties that make torture and the waging of an unprovoked aggressive war not only illegal, but crimes against humanity, punishable at least in some instances by death. The U.S. Constitution makes these treaty obligations the supreme law of our land. With reckless disregard and malice aforethought, this administration has subjected every soldier, every sailor, marine, and airman serving in Iraq today to potential criminal liability and the severest penalties under international law. Because, as we all know from Nuremberg, obeying orders is no defense. Bush and his cronies, from their safe and secure, taxpayer-funded luxury accommodations, have betrayed every young man and woman they've placed in harm's way, even as they've betrayed and soiled, perhaps for all time, our national honor. The Bush gang needs to be taught that a military uniform is not a Halloween costume in which to posture for the cameras while proclaiming a mission accomplished that was never properly defined or even disclosed. And a chest full of ribbons and medals is not a screen to conceal a multitude of crimes and lies. We've been there before. Who can forget General Colin Powell's stellar, but we now know blatantly fraudulent performance before the United Nations in February 2003 to sell this invasion? It was the old Madison Avenue gimmick. Dr. Integrity himself, Desert Storm's hero-in-chief, plugging Professor, or should I say President, Quackenbush's patented snake oil. It worked. Millions bought it. The only thing General Powell neglected to tell us was that its ingredients were deadly poison. Almost 4,000 dead young Americans, over 1 million dead Iraqis, and a small, defenseless but oil-rich nation in torment later, when we've learned all about those lethal side effects, the administration has trotted out a brand new infomercial. Same script, essentially, different star-spangled celebrity spokesmodel. This one named Petraeus. Why change the formula? Mayor Giuliani has suggested that to doubt this general, who we know has allowed himself to be made the White House ventriloquist dummy, is tantamount to burning the flag. It's the same old routine. Drown out the voice of conscience and all semblance of reason and basic human decency in a tempest of tin-pot super-patriotism, that infamous last refuge of scoundrels. But the Bush regime has now descended to new depths of shamelessness. Now it's attempting to hide the true dimensions of this catastrophe in its latest bid for blood, and even more blood, beneath the bodies of our dead, together with its unavowable designs of pillage and conquest, those shameful truths that dare not speak their name. Beneath the bodies of our dead, there is no infamy, no villainy, of which this war president is not capable, inept though he may be in so much else.